dials.
And now, the best of jazz on GJRB Online.
You know, sometimes we're not prepared for adversity. When it happens, sometimes we're caught short. We don't know exactly how to handle it when it comes up. Sometimes we don't know just what to do when adversity takes over. And I have advice for all of us. I got it from our pianist, Joe Zawinul, who wrote this tune. And it sounds like what you're supposed to say when you have that kind of problem. It's called Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Thank you.
The Awakening, done by the Ahmad Jamal Trio on the Best of Jazz, getting things started. Before that, it was of course Cannonball Adderley, and I moved the words around only because that kind of moves it up the playlist a little bit, because everything on the computer is alphabetical order. So if I want to move a song up the list, I kind of change the alphabet a little bit, or put an A in front of it or something, so that I can change the order around the song, which that's why it looks like that. Cannonball Adderley with Mercy, 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 1966. A song that I think crossed over into the pop charts, as a matter of fact. Became a big hit for them, and I think it also became a big hit in the Motown era as well. Started the show off with, of course, Cast Your Fate into the Wind by Vince Girardi Trio. I believe that was like 1965. I think in the midst before or in around his popularity with the Peanuts music, but he did a lot of stuff there on his own as well, aside from that. And of course that appears on the Good Morning Vietnam soundtrack. I think it does. Anyway, I know it was in the Good Morning Vietnam movie, but I'm not sure whether or not it showed up on the soundtrack, but it's one of my favorite pieces of instrumental music. As we bring you the Best of Jazz this afternoon on GJRB Online. Hello, everyone. I'm Gary J. Russin. We're going to do 50 minutes of non-stop music, as we do on Saturday programming. Not that much on the local breaks or the national breaks on our 9-foot signal. Our national breaks, here, but local breaks on 9-foot signal. Give you a weather update, but other than that, it's just straight 50 minutes of non-stop music every hour as we do the Best of Jazz. So if you enjoy it, kick back, relax, and just listen to some great music. That's the way to do it here on GJRB Online. The Best of Jazz on GJRB Online. And on this show, we're just featuring the best of Jazz, featuring some of the best selections we played over past shows. And we are now in the just launched our second season of this program this past December. So we've been this jazz program has been off the air for 2 months, exactly as to the day. So we're bringing it back, and a couple of months we had a couple of months off. So we're going to bring back the Best of Jazz on Saturdays, the first Saturday of the month, and I'm working, like I said before, on doing this program and also Smooth Jazz twice monthly, and maybe even more, because I'm filling up some of those empty spaces in the new GJRB Schedule 2020. So I'm going to be working on getting all that jazz going here on GJRB Online. But right now, let's get back into more of that great jazz you enjoy. One of my favorites, of course, from my home city of Pittsburgh is George Benson. This is Breezin' on GJRB. There you go, Ascension, one of the newest artists. We play on quite a bit on our jazz programs here on GJRB Online, especially the Smooth Afternoon, and great music there for you called the Jazz Loft. New music on GJRB Online, and I hope you're enjoying the program wherever you're listening across America. Love playing this music, love playing it. And you heard some great jazz there by Ascension. Before that, you heard George Benson and the studio version of Breezin'. Awakening, classic Ahmad Jamal Trio. You're listening to the smooth jazz and variety of jazz this afternoon, whether it be smooth, and we also include in that jazz fusion, and just a lot of good stuff there. So I hope you're enjoying the program. Got some more smooth jazz coming your way too as well in the next hour. Got some new music, and we're playing the best of jazz. Some of the best tracks we played over past shows, plus some new emerging artists as well. Got a whole lot of them coming up. So keep it here. Kind of past that weather on the fives window for our first hour, so we're going to move that up just a little bit and move it around to about another half hour from now. So we'll do a weather on the fives around 3:55 Central Standard. Okay, just to let you know about that. Okay. That's how that's going to go. But other than that, hope you'll stay with me for the best of jazz all afternoon here on GJRB Online, Saturday afternoon programming here on Spreaker. And just playing all your best jazz on the jazz weekend. I heard usually the first weekend of the month, and maybe even more as I start to squeeze in more jazz in open spots on our void spots on our program schedule 2020. Yeah, we got a lot of really good stuff coming up, so I hope you'll keep it here on Spreaker across America. GJRB Online, and they're posted all over the internet, all over social sites, so we can check that out and just listen in to the program here on GJRB on Spreaker. And we'll have, you just stop in to the and if you like our jazz, just hit the like button, because I always like it when we get listeners on our program. And when you hit that like button and as you listen to our program, it goes into the algorithms, and maybe we get some more listeners. I always appreciate more listeners, so please hit that like button if you can, because I really appreciate it when you do. Got some really good stuff, and love presenting it to you here on GJRB Online. This next artist that we're going to play for you actually is a new artist we picked up. I've been looking at. He has his name is Michael Bennett. He's a new artist, new jazz artist that we got on our list from SoundClick. He comes out of Boston, Massachusetts. And he has an album on here, free music, and it's absolutely fabulous. It's called Seasonal Songs, and it's some absolutely fabulous stuff here. So from that album, we have a selection here by Michael Bennett, which I think you're going to enjoy. Absolutely fabulous music here. Michael Bennett. And it's called Leap Year, which that's what we have here going on right now. We're in a leap year, so thought this would be kind of appropriate. Brand new music, Michael Benton, Leap Year, on GJRB, the best of jazz. Absolutely like it. That's great music. That is Michael Bennett's called Leap Year from an album called Seasonal Songs. And he comes out of Boston, Massachusetts. Absolutely fabulous artist. And we'll be featuring him quite a bit here on GJRB Online on the Best of Jazz. And it's also going to be playing on our Smooth Afternoons and our Smooth Jazz programs. Speaking of Smooth Afternoon, we're going to be bringing that show into the evening as well with frequent shows. I'll be looking at the evening time slots, and we'll be bringing you Smooth Evening. And our next artist, which I'm going to be playing for you, another selection. This guy comes, let me see where we got him coming out of. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. This artist comes out of Toronto, Canada. So this guy's our next artist is a Canadian. His name is Tad Wigglars. Tad Wigglars. And this is some original music from him. Track we're going to play right now, which I'm going to be playing our selection here. Kind of reviewed it quickly before airtime, and it's pretty interesting. The selection is called One Way Ticket. This is Tad Wigglars on GJRB, Best of Jazz. Yeah, interesting music there for you. Gary Skopek's Redshift. Come out of New York, they selection there called Supernova. Really interesting piece of music. And before that, it was Ted Winkelars. He is a artist coming out of Canada with a track called One Way Ticket. New emerging artists all the time here on GJRB Online. I like to play a lot of it because, new emerging artists is just as good as the new music, and we always make sure we play all the good classics as well here on the Best of Jazz on GJRB Online. And got a lot of really good stuff. We got some more here. Got some music to end up our 50 minutes of nonstop jazz this afternoon, the first hour. We'll wrap up our first 50 minutes with Keith Mitchell with a track called A Dance of Life on the Best of Jazz. think I'm going to add that to my smooth jazz. That's a great piece of music. It's called Dance of Light. Keith Mitchell comes from Kent, United Kingdom, and fabulous music there. And we played a lot of his music for the beginning of our jazz programming here on GJRB Online, especially the very beginning of our smooth afternoons and smooth jazz. This guy's music is incredible. A lot of his selections are absolutely fantastic. For free music, absolutely fabulous. We played selections like Goodbye and Heaven Sent, among others. In Your Eyes, Keith Mitchell. And just music just keeps on going. It's absolutely incredible. It's like playing that stuff. Hey, got some more good stuff coming up your way. So wrap up our first 50 minutes of nonstop jazz. Got another 50 on the way. So if you'll stay with me. And this next hour we'll feature some more classic jazz and some big band music along the way as well too. Throw in a few classic Tommy Dorsey's in here. And classic jazz too from let's see, we have pop that into that list here. So we have out of our classic jazz list coming up. Might want to check it out. On the way, we'll feature some more good stuff here, including Clark Terry, David Sanborn. Got some good stuff here from some of his albums. We'll have Ramsey Lewis Trio and Herb Alpert, some light stuff for you later on. Ella Fitzgerald and some Lena Horne coming up. So stay with me for the best of jazz on a Saturday afternoon here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker across America. And hope you're enjoying the program wherever you're listening today. Weather on the Fives coming up. We'll take a look at that weather. We kind of overrode the first Weather on the Fives and did 50 minutes of music, so we're going to do Weather on the Fives coming up. And I have some more great jazz for you as we continue the best of jazz on the GJRB Online Network.
Watch. Pray. For you not know what hour the Son of God will return. Prophecy. New World Order. Terrorism. Economic collapse. Wars. Pandemics. Israel. When they say peace, then cometh sudden destruction. Volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, signs in the heavens. Keep up with world news and events you hear on GJRB's News on the Hour. Go to End Time Headlines at www.endtimeheadlines.org. With a lot of chaos happening, keep in touch with End Time Headlines and GJRB.
Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.mewe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
The blues. The primary start to rock and roll music. The music in which artists express their feelings through music. This is a new blues show featuring the best of the blues, with new emerging artists getting their thrill of hearing their selections played along with the greats like Muddy Waters, B.B. King, and Etta James, along with a whole lot more.
The doors open soon.
To the Blues House on GJRB. End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end-time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast Wednesdays and run live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB. country music is back on GJRB Bluegrass with the Grassgolds, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys, and so much more. So it's time to bring it back, and on more often. It's Bluegrass Jubilee Freestyle, with all the great songs you heard before, and some new up-and-coming stars with some emerging bluegrass. Also, some all-time gospel favorites too.
On GJRB.
Whether it's baseball, basketball, hockey, even bowling, it's covered on Gary J's sports page. I'll talk about what's going on in the world of sports all over the USA. We'll read you interesting articles about the players and even keep up with the scores of the games going on live. I'll even have guests from time to time and just talk sports. Better than any newspaper page, it comes alive. Gary J's sports page.
Join me for Sports Page at a brand new time, alternating Saturdays at noon on GJRB.
GJRB will have a website soon with information on program schedules and GJRB Online live streaming. Website starting soon. Part of the visual GJRB Online.
And we're back on the air here on the Best of Jazz on GJRB Online on Spreaker.
Nationwide weather update. This is GJRB's Weather on the Fives.
And I thought we'll do right now, before we get back into more of that great jazz that we're playing for you here on GJRB Online, we'll give you our weather on the fives. As a low pressure system now is going to bring in some more periods of snow and locally heavy at times coming into the area. The upper Midwest is going to happen on Sunday. And snow will cause some reduced visibility, hazardous driving conditions, and a series of storm systems are going to also bring some heavy snow and wind through wind and some rough surf in portions of Alaska the next few days too as well. So we'll take a look at some of Alaska's weather and take a look at what they're going on down there. But really up there in the northern state there. So we'll take a look at that weather on the fives coming up for Alaska later on. And we'll also have our Weather Nation weather forecast for you as well from our friends at Weather Nation coming up next hour. Weather on the fives, 25 and 45 minutes past the hour on all talk shows, and 25, 45 music shows, including the Positive Rock Show tomorrow night. Weather on the fives, right here on GJRB Online. And we'll have another Weather on the Fives coming up in about 30 minutes here on GJRB Online. Meanwhile, let's get back into more of that jazz and great stuff for you as we enter in the next hour of great jazz. Thought we'd wrap up the hour with some big band music now. Here's Benny Goodman, 7 Come 11.
This is the GJRB Online Network.
Clark Terry on the Best of Jazz, Straight No Chaser from 1975. And we had the big band music just before at the ending of the last hour with 7 Come 11 by Benny Goodman and his orchestra. And to bring you the Best of Jazz here on GJRB Online, second hour number 2. And bringing you some more great jazz for you here on Spreaker across America. Here on GJRB Online, if you like our program, hit that like button and we'll make sure that you it gets on the algorithms and the people are listening to the station. And we got some great stuff here on GJRB Online. Got something for everyone, a great variety of programming. Always here on Spreaker on GJRB Online Network. And drop a line on us and say hello. And drop into the chat room and talk to us a little bit. And you never know. Put you on the air maybe along the way if we are having a long set going on like we had there just a while ago when my wife called in. We got a lot of really good music, though. We're going to keep on going here on the Best of Jazz here on GJRB Online. New emerging artists, we'll have some more of those this hour and some more really good stuff. So keep it here on Spreaker across America. GJRB Online. We're going to go to a year later now. David Sanborn, Indio on the Best of Jazz. Oh yeah, David Sanborn. Indio on GJRB Online from 1976, presenting the best of jazz, smooth, classic, jazz fusion, the best of jazz on GJRB. Here's Diana Krall, The Look of Love.
Don't ever go.
Here you go, Taste of Honey, classic. Herb Alpert, the Tijuana Brass, one of my all-time favorites. Bring back some memories of my childhood. With the Taste of Honey. Good stuff there. Before that, music from Ramsey Lewis Trio, which was another big hit when I was a kid. I remember hearing that song played on the radio. Hang On Sloopy, Ramsey Lewis did I think an album at that time, if I'm not mistaken, doing a lot of remakes of popular hit records. Then pop hit records turning them into jazz and sounding like they're recording in the middle of a party somewhere. It's just one of my well-remembered records. Had that on an album, and I always like playing that one. Ramsey Lewis Trio and Hang On Sloopy, a remake of the McCoys' 1965 hit record on GJRB Online. And it's now time for the weather on the fives here on GJRB Online. Let's take a look at
now a nationwide weather update. This is GJRB's weather on the five.
And usually on Saturday shows, I don't always bring you the weather on the fives from Weather Nation. We do sometimes, but not always. Just kind of bring you a wide variety of the weather. Just give you the weather information that I usually give you. And because, Saturday shows kind of completely music, so I just kind of give you an update on temperatures across the nation. And being that we skipped the weather on the fives at the beginning of the show, I thought we'd just kind of lay back a little bit. We'll do weather on we'll do a Weather Nation later on in the hour, but I want to keep an eye on some of the areas affected by a lot of the weather we've been having. Some interesting weather across the nation there. So we'll take a look at that coming up. But right now, why don't we take a look at some temperatures across America right now, starting with Los Angeles, California right now, 69 degrees under sunny skies. Des Moines, Iowa, just halfway across the state from us here, 29 degrees under sunshine. North Platte, Nebraska is 51 degrees and cloudy skies. Houston, Texas, 70 degrees and partly cloudy right now. Taking a look at, and I thought we'd take a look at Fairbanks, Alaska, because it looks like Alaska is in for some really bad heavy weather, especially along their coastline. Right now, 9 degrees above zero there, partly cloudy skies, and I'm looking at Fairbanks right now. And we'll take a look at Anchorage. We have a follower in Anchorage, as a matter of fact. And we'll take a look at them a little later on. But take a look at Fairbanks because that's an interesting part of Alaska right now. And they're under a weather statement there. According to the townsite station, 20 degrees right now in your area right now. 20 degrees feels that way. And you have a... let's see, as soon as it goes down the page here, we have a barometric pressure right now there at 29.51 inches of mercury, 10-mile visibility, cloudy, 18 degrees, and the dew point. Relative humidity is at 93%, and you have a 50% chance of snow. Variable cloudiness, snow showers, high 22 degrees with winds light and variable, chance of snow at 50%. And you'll have snow accumulations up to an inch. That's for people in Alaska. Fairbanks we're doing right now. 40% chance of precipitation tonight. That was today's weather forecast. Mainly snow around this evening, low about 13. With winds light and variable. You have a chance of snow at 40% chance. Accumulation for Alaska. Occasional snow showers again tomorrow. 60% chance for Fairbanks listeners. High around 20 degrees, winds light and variable. Chance of snow at 60%, and you have additional 1 to 3 inches expected for your area. But a special weather statement for people listening in Fairbanks on your internet. Hope you're enjoying the best of jazz. Right now, you got a special weather alert for you people. This is for people up in Alaska, and where the time now. So look at it about 4:30 right now, just about 4:30, 4:29 Central Standard Time, and 3:29 Mountain, 2:29 Pacific, 1:29 about 1:30 p.m. in Fairbanks at this time. And temperatures, very cold temperatures this week for you guys. Temperatures across the interior are expected to fall simply into the 20s and 40 degrees below zero this week. You guys are going to freeze again. Cold air pushing southeast across the interior beginning early on Monday, reaching the southeastern interior Tuesday. 20s and 30s degrees below zero. Yeah, expected for you guys across the middle of the upper Tanana Valley. Typical cold spots could see 40 degrees below, colder. Further north across the Yukon Flats and the southern Brooks Range, expected widespread 20 to 40 degrees below zero. So you people up there in Alaska are going to get really chilled. A moderate model show considerable spread of temperatures later in the week. So there's a fairly low confidence of long-term forecast, and we expect some cold. They expect some cold temperatures to linger throughout the week there. Once again, let's take a look at above zero for now, and we'll take a look at our Clinton weather forecast here coming up a little later on for people listening here in Clinton, Iowa. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 55 past the hour on most talk shows and our jazz shows. The best of jazz and smooth afternoon, smooth evening. And next week we'll have Good Times, Great Oldies, 50s, 60s, 70s rock and roll. That'll be pre-recorded. And on Monday and tomorrow and again on Tuesday, the Positive Rock Show. Weather on the 5s will be 25 and 45 past the hour. Weather on the 5s are any time in the hour that ends in 5, 5:15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 past the hour. Right here on GJRB Online. This is the best of jazz. We're doing 50 minutes of non-stop jazz for you here. With just about, I'd say about see, 15 minutes left or so, something like that, 15 minutes of some more great jazz. So we're going to bring it to you. Jazz fusion, new emerging artists. We bring it to you here on GJRB Online. We got some jazz fusion coming up. I got some more new emerging jazz we're going to play for you here on GJRB. So stay tuned for that. And right now, though, why don't we go back into it and bring you some more of that great jazz for you here on GJRB Online. We've got Georgia Marriott's Ridge Jazz Fest coming a little later on. Rex Reynolds. And I'm going to bring you a guy we've been playing along quite a bit here. And he is, we played this artist a number of times on this program. Incredible music. His name is Brendan. And this is a track it's kind of a, we were playing earlier, Benny Goodman. This is kind of a cover of a Benny Goodman classic, Stompin' at the Savvy, Brendan on the Best of Jazz. An interesting piece of music, yeah, you better believe it. As a group called Danger, Strange Sounds, actually. Strange Sounds, I believe, is the name of the group. The selection is called Danger, or something like that. Before that, Isil Sequira with a great cover of the Dave Brubeck famous Take 5 on GJRB Online. The Best of Jazz on Saturday afternoon. We're doing the best of jazz here for you on GJRB Online. This is, of course, the best of jazz, featuring some selections we played on past jazz programs, and bringing it to you at random. So just fun, great selections here. I hope you enjoyed that. Wrapping up 50 minutes of non-stop smooth jazz. Why do I keep saying that? 50 minutes of non-stop jazz here on GJRB Online. 50 minutes of non-stop music. And I hope you enjoyed that. We'll have some more jazz coming up. We still got one more hour left to go of our program, so we're going to have another start of another jazz session. With some more great jazz, we'll have Lena Horne coming up, Ella Fitzgerald, some great classic vocals there. Play some more big band music. We're going to throw in some more good stuff here from the Dorsey Brothers. And a lot more other good stuff, so I hope you'll stay with me for the final hour of our Best of Jazz. Also feature our GJRB, our Spreaker Podbean shout-outs and promotions coming up, brought to you by Spreaker. And, of course, we'll feature our program schedule. Let you know what's coming up this week on GJRB Online. I have some church services to put up. I got to get that clipped and edited and put up for schedule tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. right here on GJRB Online. And later on today, tomorrow, we'll have the Positive Rock Show, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time here on Spreaker. So tune in for some great Christian rock music. So tune in for that. And then we're going to take a break on Monday, no radio on Monday, and then Tuesday we're going to be on the air with the Positive Rock Show again. Christian Rock Twin Spin Tuesday, featuring some new emerging artists and two of your favorite Christian rock artists. Got a few of them, including Double by Toby Mac, and we'll feature him because he's coming to the Quad Cities on in March, so we're going to play a couple of Toby Mac selections as well. So tune in for that. That's coming up Tuesday here on GJRB Online. Meanwhile, though, we're going to let you know that you can enjoy our program by hitting that like button. And if you're missing the program, if you didn't catch us live, you can catch us on demand by getting on the Spreaker public site. www.spreaker.com/user/5120525. When you get into the page, you'll see the places where you can find me. All the social sites like Facebook and Twitter. I'm the Radio Maniac. You can go over there and get on the Twitter site and actually listen to the show right there. And when you click that, it'll take you there. But if you're already on the Spreaker public site, you can just listen to it. You'll see us streaming there with the live and the thing going across there. We're live right now. And you just get in and say hi in the chat room. Welcome to do so. And got some more great music coming your way here on the Best of Jazz, here on the GJRB Online Network.
There's a problem on our roads today, and that is the safety of our children boarding and getting off the bus on busy roads. That problem is drivers who don't stop for a school bus when the arm is out, the lights are flashing, and the stop sign is out, leaving kids in danger of getting hit. Violators of this law could get a suspension of their driver's license and a $250 fine. When you see a school bus stop at a corner, letting off kids, stop 25 feet away from the bus. Don't take that chance. A public service announcement from the National Highway Safety Administration and GJRB Online. Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.MeWe.com. That's MEWE. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radio Land. A day of nothing but classic radio shows, back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radio Land. End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast Wednesdays and run live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB. The blues, the primary start to rock and roll music. The music in which artists express their feelings through music. This is a new blues show featuring the best of the blues, with new emerging artists getting their thrill of hearing their selections played along with the greats like Muddy Waters, B.B. King, and Etta James, along with a whole lot more.
The doors open soon.
To the Blues House on GJRB.
There's a problem on our roads today, and that is the safety of our children boarding and getting off the bus on busy roads. That problem is drivers who don't stop for a school bus when the arm is out, the lights are flashing, and the stop sign is out, leaving kids in danger of getting hit. Violators of this law could get a suspension of their driver's license and a $250 fine. When you see a school bus stop at a corner, letting off kids, stop 25 feet away from the bus. Don't take that chance. A public service announcement from the National Highway Safety Administration and GJRB Online.
If you're a new emerging artist and want your songs out there, the place to go is Reverb Nation. Reverb Nation, a website purely devoted to new music from new artists from every town and every state in the U.S. If you're a solo artist and recording your own music, it's Reverb Nation. Stop on by, visit, listen to the music, check out the site. www.reverbnation.com. Put your music out there and gain an audience. Go to Reverb Nation for the best in new music. And remember, if you like your songs played on GJRB Online is up and coming, drop me an email at GaryJ65@yahoo.com. And I'll be playing your song on all GJRB Online shows. Remember the name, Reverb Nation.
This is the station from North Clinton, giving you the best in music variety. This is the station from North Clinton, giving you the best in music variety on the nation's top podcast platform, the greatest platform on the planet, Spreaker. This is GJRB Online, the GJRB Online Network. Giving new artists what they deserve the most, recognition and airplay. GJRB.
And we're back on the air here on GJRB Online with the smooth jazz and the best variety of jazz here on GJRB with the smooth, with a variety of jazz. Just great jazz music. The best of jazz, featuring some of the best jazz artists that we've had in quite some time. Some of the best ones we played, and I played a lot of really good ones from the beginning of this program. And we had a lot of really good shows over the past year or so, and I really enjoy bringing it to you. And I enjoy bringing you the jazz that just absolutely fabulous music all the way around. And I don't know, the last time we had our Weather Nation update got stuck on us, so I couldn't bring you the Weather Nation right now. So we're just going to give you some temperatures across America. These are tonight's temperatures. Tonight, Albany, New York, expecting 10 degrees. Tomorrow, 35 degrees with a chance of snow tomorrow in Albany, New York. Medford, Oregon is going to be really nice. 50 degrees. 56 for Monday, 58 for Tuesday, 54 for Tuesday. So pretty nice there. Some areas in Colorado, Ridge, Colorado, looking good. Atlanta, Georgia, right now, 32 degrees expected tonight. It's going to get cold for Atlanta, 55 tomorrow, and 64 on Monday. And Austin, Texas, right now, currently 69 degrees under partly sunny skies. And your dew point 48, relative humidity 47%. Your barometric pressure 30.07 inches of mercury. 57 degrees expected for tonight. And tomorrow, 70 degrees with a chance of rain. 64 on Monday. And we'll take a look at some of those areas. And let's see what we got here. Baltimore, Maryland, right now, 43 degrees currently. And it feels like 38. Your dew point 18, 37% relative humidity. And tonight, 31 degrees for Baltimore, Maryland. Tomorrow, 48 degrees under partly sunny skies. And rain, 51 on Monday. Birmingham, Alabama, right now, 56 degrees and sunny. And you have a barometric pressure of 30.06 inches of mercury. And tonight, 34 degrees is expected for Birmingham, Alabama, though 63. Tomorrow, 65 on Monday. And let's look at our weather on the fives this hour. Weather on the fives, 25 and 55 past the hour on most programs, most talk shows, including the Gary Russell program. And the Saturday Extra will return to our airwaves real soon. So just to let you know about that. Saturday Extra will be back. Got plans on doing another Saturday Extra here in another couple weeks or so. Next Saturday, by the way, I want to make an announcement while I don't forget. We will not be on the air next Saturday. It's Valentine's Day, couples get together, so I will be taking next Saturday off. I will not be on the air next Saturday. But the following Saturday, which I believe is the 22nd, if I'm going to look at my schedule real quick here. No, it's just again in the last hour. So just to let you know about that, I will announce that in the final hour of the program. But let's see here. Let me go here and see what we've got. Go back to my schedule here, which I'm trying to find. Here we go. Okay, like I said before, next week will not be on the air. But next Friday we'll be on the February 14th for a Valentine's edition of Crooners. It will follow that by radio, television, and movie classics. Encore presentation. We're going to try something live. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get that show done. I'm almost done with it anyway. So we will have a radio, television, and movie classics airing on Friday. So tune in for that. Alrighty, let's see. Like I said before, next week will not be on the air. Next Sunday, Positive Rock Show and a pre-recording of Rock Worship uploaded. Let's see what we have coming up. Gary J in the afternoon on the 17th. And let's see what we got on the 3 to 6 p.m. Here we go. Next Friday, well, let me check the 22nd. That's what I want to look at first. 22nd. Here we go. Good Times Great Oldie Show at noon. That will be Saturday. Spreaker only, no FM. But I think I'm going to change my mind about that because we're doing a Saturday Extra. But the FM not carrying, that'll be our Good Times Great Oldie Show, which is going to be an upload, actually. It's a podcast upload. So that's just going to be where we're going to have that up anyhow. But 3 to 6 p.m. next Saturday afternoon will be our Gary Russell program Saturday Extra. So just to let you know about that. Spreaker only on the Oldie Show. That will be a replay of the podcast that we have up anyway. And you can catch that program that way. So that will be on the air. And then we're going to be bringing you the Gary Russell program Saturday Extra next Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock Central, right here on. That will be not this next Saturday. Next Saturday, I get that couples thing going, but on the 22nd, 22nd, we'll be on the air with a Gary Russin program, Saturday Extra, right here on GJRB Online. So I'm going to take a couple of Saturdays off there. Saturday next week, couple weeks. So next Saturday, no live broadcast on the air next Saturday. But we'll be back the following Saturday with Good Times, Great Oldies, a rebroadcast of a podcast that we're going to bring up. That's going to be a voice track type show. So basically that's what that is. And then right after that we get done, I will be there'll be, rebroadcast of a show that we already will record and put up. But if it's not, it's going to be a live voice track show. And right after that's over, we will, of course, bring you the, we'll probably have it on FM, our 9-foot closed circuit on the oldie side at 107.5. But we're going to flip frequencies to 88.9 for here on Spreaker for the Gary Russin program, Saturday Extra. That will be next couple of weeks on February 22nd. Right here on GJRB Online. A little past 5 o'clock right now. I'll say about 5:02 Central Standard Time, 6:02 Eastern, 3:02 Pacific. This is GJRB Online. I'm Gary J. Russ. This is the best of jazz.
This is the GJRB Online Network.
And a little past the hour of 5 o'clock, and welcome to the final hour of the best of jazz. So I thought we'll just kind of round it up and play some really good jazz for you in this hour. Play some really good classic jazz as well. So coming up next hour, we got Victor. We got coming up is Victor Feldman. We got on the way, but we got Joe Jones, and we'll hear some Johnny Smith, Lena Horne, and Lester Young, Miles Davis, among some of the artists bringing you this hour. So if you'll stay with me for all the good jazz on the best of jazz right here on GJRB Online. Thanks a lot for listening. And if you like our program, want to hear it again, don't forget, all you have to do is just go in there. If you're catching us in the tail end of our last hour, you just stick around and listen to some more great jazz. But you want to hear it from the beginning, just wait until and refresh your browser after it's over. And it'll be available to you. You can listen to it from the very beginning. So tune in for that. Just want to listen to it from the very beginning. And, of course, share with your friends the best jazz on Internet radio here on Spreaker. GJRB Online, hit that like button and circulate the show around. Let people know we're out there. The best of jazz. This is Victor Feldman, and In My Pocket, starting a new hour of jazz on GJRB. Trying to figure out what that selection was, but anyway, before that, Walk Don't Run. And Johnny Smith, Joe Jones from 1964, the great remake of Caravan, absolutely fabulous, and In My Pocket by Victor Feldman. Bringing the best of jazz on GJRB Online, 50 minutes of total jazz all afternoon today here on GJRB Online. That means non-stop, no stops. Just keeps on playing jazz, and that's pretty much cool as we can get. Take a look at our Clinton weather forecast coming up on Weather on the Fives. Take a look at the weather for our listeners in Clinton on our 9-foot closed circuit FM. Cool Jazz 106.7 KJAZ. And here on the GJRB Online Network, Spreaker across America. Gary J. Russell with you, our 9-foot FM. And, of course, here on GJRB Online Network, the best of jazz. And bringing you some of the greatest in jazz music. Love doing this for you. And, of course, we're going to try to get more jazz on the air in a month. So far, we've been doing it once a month. At the top of the month, we're going to bring you more jazz programming, fit into that empty spaces on our GJRB program schedule. So be listening to more jazz as it comes your way here on Spreaker. Lena Horne's coming up. Got some really good stuff. I like listening to her music. She's fabulous. Lena Horne on the way right after John Hendricks and Love and Peace on the Best of Jazz.
I have loved, it cannot be denied, as none have loved before. How I've cried at the thought that I might love again, only to suffer more. You came then, and my infinite sadness departed, and I have found release. That was when you gave me every reason to live. Now I have love and peace. Now my suffering heart slowly mends. It's true that love really does bring you sadness when it finally ends. That was when you gave me every reason to live. Now I have love and peace. Now my suffering heart slowly mends. It's true that love really does bring you sadness when it finally ends. Oh yes, love really does bring you sadness when it finally ends.
It will be forever, or I'll never fall in love. in a restless world like this is. Love is ended before it's begun, and too many moonlight kisses seem to cool in the warmth of the sun. When I give my heart, it will be completely, or I'll never give my heart. And the moments I can feel that you feel that way too is when I give my heart to you. And the moments I can feel that you feel that way too. Oh, is when I fall in love, yeah. Is when I fall in love. Is when I fall in love with you.
Yeah, isn't that fabulous? Great music there for you from Lena Horne. She can sing real good too, like that music. When I Fall in Love, an old standard. Here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker, across America, Gary J. Russell with you, bringing you the best of jazz on a Saturday afternoon here on Spreaker. And thank you so much for listening to the program. Hope you enjoyed the program so far. Glad to bring you this music, as I enjoy doing that. Got a lot of really good stuff there. And if you like the program, please hit that like button, because I'm always knowing that there's other people listening out there and listening to the music that we play here. Before that, Lester Young, September in the Rain on GJRB Online on Spreaker. Hey, tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to do Weather on the Fives. A little late than never, but you know, I would say...
Nationwide weather update. This is GJRB's Weather on the Fives.
Take a look at our weather here in Clinton, Iowa. And again, like I said earlier, tonight it's going to be getting a little on the nasty side. Looking at some of that's going to happen tonight. We're looking at a 40% chance of precipitation tonight, and it's going to fall snow. Expecting 40% chance of snow overnight. Don't think it's gonna accumulate that much. They're talking maybe just about an inch or so. 1 to 3 inches tomorrow, though, however, for Clinton. And according to our Mayor Farms at Eagle Point Station, not far from our Spreaker studios, just above Lions Shopping District, we're looking at 26 degrees right now. Feels like 22. Winds are out of the west at 3 miles per hour, gusting to 5. It's going to be a little warmer tomorrow, but we're expecting some snow in their forecast. Right now, our relative humidity is at 68%. We have a partly cloudy skies, 10%, 10-mile visibility right now. Barometric pressure 30.21 inches of mercury. We have a UV index now of 2, which really isn't too bad. Good air quality, 38. Right now, conditions are good. No pollen in the air. Precipitation now 0%, but it's going to increase to 40% tonight with partly cloudy skies this evening. We're going to give way to some occasional snow showers tonight with a low around 20 degrees. Now, they say the snow is going to start about midnight, according to the forecast. South winds at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow, though, it's going to continue snowing during the morning. It's going to give way to some showers of rain and wet snow during the afternoon with a highest temperature of 37. South winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. And we have a 90% chance of this happening. 90% precipitation chance with 1 to 3 inches of snow expected tomorrow. Cloudy skies early tomorrow night, followed by some partial clearing. Low of 19, winds north-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And let's take the extended look at our forecast now for the next number of days, all the way into next week. Let's do that. So we kind of drop that in there real quick. According to the Weather Underground, let's take a look at the 10-day forecast. Let's see for all the way through the next week. Again, tomorrow, 37% chance of rain and snow. And then on Monday, we're going to get an improvement there. Mostly sunny skies. High of 33. Nighttime low 20. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies. It'll be partly cloudy all the way through Thursday. And then that's all the way through my birthday. Partly cloudy skies, high temperatures only in the teens. Well, 32 for Tuesday. 38 Wednesday. And then on my birthday, it's going to drop to 19. Go figure. Yeah, just I guess that's just the way it is. I never did like my birthday in the winter, but that's what I was stuck with. Sunny on Friday, which will be Valentine's Day. 20 degrees is expected high, and nighttime low of 14. And then it's going to jump back up to 38 on Saturday next week with partly cloudy skies and partly cloudy skies, high of 38. Nighttime lows are going to range into the 20s, lowest being Tuesday night, 15 degrees. Otherwise, it's going to 14, maybe 15 degrees. Thursday night, it's going to be 2 degrees above zero. 27 degrees on Saturday night. And then next Sunday, it'll be 38 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Nighttime low 30. And then Monday, looking for some more snow showers again next Monday, the 17th. February 17th with a high of 38 and nighttime low of 26. So let's see how that groundhog is predicting all this up and down roller coaster weather forecast we're having here. You have to wonder about that. But let's take a look at some other temperatures across America. Los Angeles is 66 degrees and sunny. Wish we were there. 69 degrees in Houston, Texas right now. And that's a warm spot. 23 degrees above in Fairbanks, Alaska. Provo, Utah is 42 degrees and cloudy. And Portland, Oregon's checking in 46 degrees with cloudy skies. Billings, Montana is 39 degrees under partly cloudy skies. And Truckee, California, over there in the Sierra Nevadas, is 50. They're warmer than us. Man, 50 degrees also in Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston, South Carolina, if we're looking at our straight, we got an alert over there for people listening in the South. Charleston, South Carolina's got a river flood warning. 52 degrees right now currently, and it feels like that there. But there's a river flood warning for you guys, just to let you know about that. This is for flood warning for Ediston River near about Give Hands Ferry until 8 a.m. Saturday. The stage there was 18.5 feet. Flood stage 10 feet. Minor flooding is occurring there. Forecast river will rise near 11.6 feet by Sunday evening. And this will begin a slow fall, a slow decline. 42 feet. Most homes on Happiness Lane are accessible only to boats, and flooding also could occur along roadways south of Highway 17 in your area. Alternate, including Martin's Landing Road. So that's for you people in South Carolina. So be aware of that. Around Charleston, you're going to get some flooding there. So just be aware of that. Meanwhile, let's go back to Clinton, Iowa. Once again, our current temperature is, according to the Eagle Point station, and not far from our Spreaker studios here on our north end, just above Lion Shopping District, 25 degrees right now. Looking at our radar, we have some spotty precipitation, but it looks pretty good here in Clinton right now. Once again, 25 degrees here in Clinton, and it feels like 25 west winds, 2 miles per hour gusting to 4. 25 degrees, that's weather on the 5s, 25 and 55 minutes past the hour on most music and talk shows. Most of our jazz programming, 25:55, 25:45 on the Good Times Great Oldie Show, and back to the 80s coming back here in the spring here on GJRB Online. Weather on the 5s. And we got weather on the 5s here on GJRB Online on all daily programs. Keep in touch with your weather forecasts. All right, tell you what we're going to do right now. I'm going to get back into more of this great jazz that you're listening to. We're going to close out. We've got to do our Love and Peace. Yeah, that was the one we heard before that, Lena Horne by John Hendricks. So we have not played Lester Young yet. I thought we did, but I'm sure we didn't. So we'll play Lester Young, and then we'll do our Spreaker shout-outs. This is the best of jazz. GJRB, here it is. Yeah, nothing like forgetting what song you played before that. It's just crazy. Lester Young and September in the Rain on the Best of Jazz. Here on GJRB Online, closing down, getting down close to the end of another edition of our Best of Jazz. Once again, you can catch this show at the very beginning by hitting that refresh button on your browser. And you'll catch the show from the start. I hope you'll listen to it tonight on demand. The Best of Jazz right here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker across America. We play the Best of Jazz for you here on Spreaker. And when we do our jazz program, we're going to go back to the LA Underground for our Spreaker shout-outs and promotions. Brought to you by Spreaker. And when we do our jazz programs, we'll always play the jazz. Because it kind of, yesterday, I think it was the day before, whenever we did our last music show, kind of played a little bit more upbeat music than what we were playing. I think that was yesterday's smooth jazz when I played the other bumper music I used for our shout-outs. I thought we need to play the music that fits the format. And so here we go. There's a lot of great podcasts out there. I even listen to myself. It's a scary thought, really do, but that's aside from the point. But you can find a lot of other great podcasters out there. They put on a good program. And there's a lot of great people out there. You just got to check them out. Some of the guys that we just, you have to listen to them. They're fabulous. Mike Myers, Radio Hope Network. Tune in to Mike Myers in the Radio Hope Network every morning, 7 mornings a week, 365 days a year, 7 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, 8 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. And he talks about love, family, and hope, and all that good stuff. The Mike Myers Show. Don't forget to check him out on Muck Radio and on Good Talk Radio Network. The Mike Myers Show. And he has good stuff there. Aside from that, we got other people. I was just checking out. I wanted to check out later, and I couldn't remember. I was going into, how I go into a site and say, what the heck am I doing here? And I forgot what I was doing here. I do that all the time anyway. But I was checking to see if Ed Delgado had a podcast recently, because I know he said he was going to do one live, and I missed out on it if he did. But I'll have to check it out. If you miss a podcast, what's great about this Spreaker is you can still catch it on demand, which is fabulous. So every once in a while you kind of check to see what he's got on demand here. And let's see if Caramel had something this week or not. Not by a long shot. Okay, that was about 3 days ago. So he did have one about 10 minutes 43 seconds. I listened to that as a good commentary, by the way. Good job. But you can hear Ed Delgado, the Caramel Conservative, whenever he's on live. Watch for postings if you are a Facebook follower or friend. Otherwise, I will let you know when he's on. He puts on a good program, talks a lot about what's going on in the news and his commentary on it. Ed Delgado, he's got some new plans for some new programming, talking about being on the first Saturday every month, doing a live talk show. But I think that he's not ready for that just yet. I'm sure he's going to do something. I'm going to go catch a live broadcast. See what happens on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Central Standard. He'll be on there live. But check him out. Ed Delgado, the Caramel Conservative from the beautiful state of Wisconsin. And a neighboring state over there in Illinois, Algonquin. And another good friend of mine, his name is Bob Huber, the Huber Experience. Bob Huber is on from Algonquin, Illinois, just not far from the Chicago area. And he talks a lot about news, culture, talks a lot about sports and wrestling and all that good stuff. Listen to him. Gets a little slicey, gets a little, gets a little overboard sometimes, but he's, gets a little explicit. But check it out. He can be funny at times. Listen to him. Check him out. He has a good show, though. He's a guy who's got a handicap, and I'll tell you what, he doesn't let the handicap stop him. And that is a good thing. So listen to him. He's on mornings most of the time, I think. And he does some live afternoons at various times. That's Bob Huber, the Huber Experience. I think he's got some podcasts out there. Haven't had a chance to listen to him lately, but we're going to get back into that one. Along the way, you want to check out OBFSU, our Big Fat Soft Underbelly. He puts on a conversation. He got some good commentary. And he also is on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock Central Standard, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern, with a show called Nicole Simone. Or Simone Nicole. Okay, and he puts on, that's a good program. You want to check this out every Wednesday night. Simone Nicole, and his name is Josh. He comes out of Texas, talks a lot about health. He gives a lot of health tips, tells interesting stories, plays some good music in between that. It's great. It's a couple of hours, so check it out. It's on every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Central, right here on Spreaker. Where you find all these great people, all you do is check in our Spreaker public site, www.spreaker.com. And put in it's a Spreaker, www.spreaker.com/user/5120-525, and put in your just put it in there. You'll see all the lineup now. Go under followers. You'll see all the Spreaker podcasts, and some of them I didn't mention. Some of the great podcasts that you can check out right here on Spreaker. And because this guy, all these great podcasters are out there. I mean, they got some really good ones. And you can listen to them all the time, whenever you want to. It's just fabulous. Download the, if you have a smartphone, Android, whatever, just download the Spreaker app too. And all these programs are available to you. You can listen to them all the time. And it's fabulous, You can put wall-to-wall stuff there. A lot of people follow me. All the great ones that follow me. Ian Punnett has a program. We welcomed last week some new people. Flava O Music. She puts on some good music there. I haven't had a chance to check her podcast out, but I'll be doing that. M3. Gail Nobles has a good podcast. Check her out. She has some great facts on some artists and music. She just does a real good job in doing some bios on some great music artists. Let's see. Quest Nation. Good stuff. Talks about the strange and the bizarre, too. Kind of gets into that. Sandman. Byron Wikipissa. Got Fade to Black. Great program. Every I think it's Tuesday. Is it Tuesdays? I think it was on Monday. I think Tuesday through Friday. Just depends on the week, I guess. Fade to Black. That's Jimmy Church. Used to take over for Coast to Coast. He has a good show. Talks a lot about strange stuff like that. And he's kind of like a spaced out radio. Puts on a good show. Talks about strange stuff. Let's see. Black Dog Indie Country Radio. That's pretty good. They got some new country music. Let's see. A lot of other good ones we mentioned. So these are all on my Spreaker public site, so check them out. All the great programs. Some have programs, some don't. But the ones that have programs do a great job of putting them on. Beyond the Strange. Great program. All these. Walter M. DeBall, Monday night. Don't forget, Monday night, tomorrow night, first off, is the Sunday program. And that's Sensational Sundays. On opposite the best of the Positive Rock Show here on GJRB. But, Sensational Sundays is pretty good. But tune in on Monday nights for the Blues in the Night with Walter M. DeBall. And those are some of the great podcasts. Check them out. www.spreaker.com. And don't forget, if you want to be a podcaster like me or just want to listen to radio at its best, just sign up. And it's free. You can broadcast for free for 15 minutes. It's pretty good. But they got great offers from time to time on some upgrades. So check it out. That's Spreaker, Spreaker, Spreaker. It's speaker with an R. Spreaker, and broadcast to the world. And, you'll find all the great podcasters out there that put on great programs. And you'll find some new ones, too, along the way, because usually their main page has a lot of programs that you can check out in different categories. So you can follow some new ones, too, with different programs. That's Spreaker, And, of course, on the other side of that is another great podcast platform, and that is Podbean, Podbean. And they've got some great podcasters on there, too, as well. Christian podcasters broadcasting the worship message. And I always believe in Jesus Christ as my Savior, and I hope He is yours. We have great worship music tomorrow. Christian, we got church services, and coming up the return of Bible study, and the Positive Rock Show tomorrow night as we go back to Christian programming. And that we put the Christian programming at the top of the week here on GJRB because Jesus should be and always should be the top of your life. I always say this all the time. All you can say it even on secular programs, Jesus Christ should always be at the top of the list, because let me tell you something, we wouldn't have what we have without the Lord. No doubt about it. Just that simple. So, put Christ in your life and you got it going. Let me tell you. No doubt. New emerging artists all the time here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. This is Bea Theo in Summertime on GJRB. And I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in today. That's going to wrap it up for our Best of Jazz tonight. It's Theo ending up our show as we wrap up our program for tonight with In the Summertime. We kind of get that warm feeling inside on a cold day here on GJRB Online. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Hope you had a great time listening to our jazz today. We'll have another jazz program coming real soon with more jazz in the month. Have yourself your best night ever. Going to leave you with Jimmy Dorsey, because we were going to say we're going to play something from Jimmy Dorsey and almost forgot. So I'm going to leave you with some really good stuff here called The Song of India. Have a good night, everyone.
There's a problem on our roads today, and that is the safety of our children boarding and getting off the bus on busy roads. That problem is drivers who don't stop for a school bus when the arm is out, the lights are flashing, and the stop sign is out, leaving kids in danger of getting hit. Violators of this law could get a suspension of their driver's license and a $250 fine. When you see a school bus stop at a corner, letting off kids, stop 25 feet away from the bus. Don't take that chance. A public service announcement from the National Highway Safety Administration and GJRB Online. Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.mewe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radio Land. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radio Land.
End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast Wednesdays and run live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB.
Programs scheduled on GJRB Online are subject to change and can change. If they do, watch for GJRB Schedule Update podcast on my Spreaker public site for time and date change announcements.
This is GJR Broadcasting.